Hey, YouTube, it's another perfect day in God's country, and I ain't lying. I'm out here hanging out in the cool bus, and I thought, you know what? It's been a while since I chimed in. I've been so gosh darn busy. Unfortunately, you guys have missed a whole bunch of really cool, dirty old Fords that have came and went. I've been keeping busy up here in God's country. But hey, thank you to each and every one of you for taking a moment out of your day to hang out with me, Lucky Haskins, for yet another moment of truth. I'm not going to bother wasting any of your precious time. I'm simply going to explain to you guys the cause of vector, as there is continuously a lot of sleight of hand and a lot of confusion and a lot of discussion regarding vector when none of it should be confusing. It's not confusing at all. It's not confusing at all. We live in a contained system. This is clear because it's a pressurized system. Don't allow mental midgets to ever tell you that gravity is the container of the gas pressure, because these mental midgets don't truly understand what they're saying. They were taught to say that. And when they say that, they're simply envisioning that gravity is holding the gas in. And to a mental midget, that certainly makes sense. However, they give no credence to the cause of that gas pressure. And in science, of course, that does not lie, demonstrable science independent of the observer, we all know, if you understand science, that gas pressure is caused by containment, not held in by a fabricated idea or fabricated theoretical force that is non existent and not required, nor does it require a replacement if you simply take a moment out of your day to understand the less than complicated science regarding this realm that we find ourselves living in. We live in a pressurized, therefore contained system. Therefore, vector, and up vector. There's a down vector. The earth is rising. Gravity! Oh my God, you'd fall off the earth without gravity. Well, if there's no gravity, the earth must be rising. Folks, this is very, very simple. We live in a pressurized, contained system, clearly. We have something called science to remind us all that we live in a pressurized, contained system. Therefore, vector is determined by and will always be determined by, for those of you who choose to use a man-made word called down and are confused, lucky there is no up and down. We have to have gravity. If we don't have gravity, the earth must be rising. There must be something. What is it, Lucky? What is it, Lucky? It's very simple, folks. In a pressurized, contained system, vector will always be determined by the location where the fresh gases are introduced. The location of the introduction of the fresh gases will determine the vector through the natural process of entropy. Hey, again, thank you for taking yet another moment out of your day to hang out with me, Lucky Haskins. I sure appreciate you guys. I have some stellar videos coming for everybody that's hung in with me this long. First of all, I'm really excited to tell you guys that what I've always told you for 10 years, academia is finally showing signs of catching up to old Lucky, which I promised you 10 years ago they would, because they're going to wisen up enough to know that they don't want to go to their grave being permanently marked as an absolute buffoon. 10 years ago, I had determined, well, academia will follow suit and discover logic and reason and find their own way to accept the fact that agenda based theoretical science is exactly as described social engineering for buffoons. So, I do have a really fascinating episode coming up for you guys to once again prove that academia will catch up with Lucky. It's inevitable, or they will go down as buffoons. But in the meantime, now you guys know what causes vector. Ask yourself, who can I help today? And most importantly, stay true. No, did I say that? No, most importantly, go out there and do it. I mean, it's not complicated, yo. Gee whiz. That'll be fine.